Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. Last week's episode of WWE SmackDown saw the Bloodline brutalize Roman Reigns for the second time in 2 weeks. Following that, the heel stable made their presence felt on WWE Raw, which ended in Jey Uso losing his Intercontinental title to Braun Breaker. Meanwhile, the Stamford-based promotion is gearing up for one of its biggest international events of the year, Crown Jewel 2024. However, the premium live event, which is scheduled for November 2, is still some time away, and fans could witness a few major twists and turns in the Bloodline saga before that. The following piece will explore 4 such swerves that could happen in the Bloodline storyline before Crown Jewel 2024. The Bloodline brutally attacked Paul Heyman and kicked him out of the faction after he refused to acknowledge Solo Sikoa as the new tribal chief back in June 2024. However, the Street Champion is yet to announce Heyman's replacement. That could finally change in the coming days, as Solo could recruit his father, Rikishi, as the new Wiseman of the Bloodline. The WWE Hall of Famer could return to replace Heyman, which could further spice things up in the Bloodline storyline. If Solo Sikoa does end up recruiting Rikishi as his new Wiseman, the WWE Hall of Famer could look to strengthen his son's version of the Bloodline by adding some new members. One such name could be Jey Uso. Rikishi could persuade Main Event G to join the Bloodline, however, that may not happen. Given how the Bloodline's interference in Uso's match against Braun Breaker resulted in the former losing his Intercontinental title, that YET Master could go against his father's wish to reunite with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso instead. Given how things unfolded on the recent episode of Raw, Jey Uso is likely to reunite with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso in the coming days. Following a potential reunion, the Usos could challenge the Bloodline for the Tag Team Championship. Tama Tonga and Tonga Tonga Loa are currently the WWE Tag Team Champions. However, their reign could be under serious threat, as the Usos are one of the most formidable and dominant tag teams of all time. It won't be surprising if the company books a potential title match between the two teams at Crown Jewel 2024. As mentioned earlier, Paul Heyman has been on a hiatus since June 2024. However, the Wiseman is likely working with the original tribal chief behind the scenes. Hence, it may not be too long before Heyman returns to reunite with Roman Reigns. However, the WWE Hall of Famer may not return alone. Heyman could be accompanied by late-great Umaga's son, Zilla Fatu. The 25-year-old star has made a name for himself, thanks to his impressive work in the independent circuit. Zilla has been rumored to get involved in the Bloodline saga for quite some time now, and the same could transpire before Crown Jewel 2024. Heyman could return with some much-needed reinforcements to help Roman Reigns even the odds against the Bloodline. The Bloodline saga has been one of WWE's most compelling storylines, captivating fans with shocking twists, family drama, and power struggles within the Inoue dynasty. As Crown Jewel 2024 approaches, the WWE fans are anticipating what will happen next, especially with Roman Reigns' return and Jey Uso's ongoing feud with his family. Here are 4 potential twists that could rock the Bloodline storyline ahead of Crown Jewel 2024. After a lengthy hiatus, Roman Reigns returned to SmackDown to reaffirm his dominance as the tribal chief. However, during his absence, Jey Uso has become a star in his own right on Raw, distancing himself from the Bloodline. The tension has reached a boiling point, and with Solo Sikoa standing firm at Roman's side, the odds seem against Jey. To balance the scales, Roman could surprise fans by introducing a new ally to reinforce his control. This mystery ally, possibly someone from outside the Inoue family, but with deep wrestling roots and loyalty to Reigns, would amplify the Bloodline's dominance. If Roman were to bring in a trusted, formidable figure, this individual could serve as the enforcer, helping Reigns regain his control over the Bloodline and sending a clear message to Jey and anyone else who challenges the head of the table. Imagine if former WWE superstar returning to assist Roman in securing his family's dominance. Possible names include established veterans like Samoa Joe, who shares a Samoan heritage and has previously crossed paths with Reigns. This alliance would solidify the Bloodline as a seemingly unbeatable faction, emphasizing that Roman is still the tribal chief and no one is allowed to question his authority. One of the most intriguing developments could involve Jey Uso being forced back into the Bloodline, despite his defiance and recent achievements on Raw. Roman, known for his manipulation skills, might pull strings to undermine Jey's position on Raw, making it difficult for him to thrive outside the family. This storyline could explore themes of loyalty, family pressure, and betrayal. Paul Heyman, the Bloodline's wise man, could be the mastermind behind a plot that forces Jey back into the family fold. For instance, Heyman could arrange a stipulation at Crown Jewel that if Jey loses to an opponent of Roman's choosing, He has no choice but to rejoin the bloodline. Alternatively, Roman could pressure Jey's twin brother, Jimmy Uso, to persuade Jey to return, potentially using Jimmy as a pawn. This twist would highlight the control Roman exerts over his family, reminding fans that in the end, the bloodline is a family first. Forcing Jey back into the faction would reignite old feuds and create fresh tension, with Jey potentially becoming a reluctant member driven by resentment and trapped under his cousin's rule. Paul Heyman has been the strategic mastermind behind Roman's success, guiding the tribal chief through championship reigns and helping shape the narrative around the bloodline. However, with Heyman's recent interactions with Solo Sikoa and apparent distance from Roman, WWE might be hinting at a potential shakeup within Reigns' inner circle. Replacing Heyman with a new wise man or wise woman could be a stunning twist, showcasing Roman's ruthless side and willingness to cut ties when it suits him. This new figure could be an influential character who, unlike Heyman, is willing to go above and beyond to keep the bloodline in power. They could bring a fresh perspective, challenging Heyman's approach and introducing more underhanded tactics to keep Roman on top. There are several potential replacements for Heyman, including someone like MVP, who has a history of managing powerful factions. Alternatively, Roman could bring in a trusted family member like Rikishi to guide the bloodline's future. Such a shift would highlight Roman's readiness to take extreme measures to maintain control over the family empire and would leave fans wondering what lies ahead for Heyman's legacy in the bloodline story. Solo Sikoa has been a silent but deadly enforcer for Roman Reigns, proving his loyalty time and time again. But as his cousin Jey Uso continues to defy Roman, Solo could find himself torn between his family and his duty to the tribal chief. This internal struggle could be WWE's opportunity to humanize Solo, revealing cracks in his unwavering loyalty. Solo has shown hints of hesitation in recent interactions with Heyman and Roman, suggesting he might be questioning his allegiance. If WWE plays on this, Solo could face a critical decision at Crown Jewel, remain loyal to Roman or side with Jey, perhaps even challenging Roman's dominance. A showdown between Solo and Roman would be monumental, with fans witnessing the family's youngest members stepping up against the head of the table. This storyline would add depth to Solo's character, shifting him from the role of enforcer to someone with complex emotions and motivations. If Solo chooses to stand by Jey, the bloodline's foundation would be shaken, and Roman could find himself more isolated than ever. This development could also pave the way for a power struggle within the family, creating lasting storylines that reach beyond Crown Jewel. These twists could mark significant turning points for the bloodline, establishing Roman's status as the ultimate manipulator or pushing the faction to the brink of collapse. Crown Jewel could be the setting for these monumental changes, drawing fans into the WWE universe with dramatic, high-stakes storytelling. The reappearance of allies, forced alliances, inner betrayals, and character struggles would not only entertain but also add new layers to the bloodline's intricate story. If Roman brings in a new ally, it showcases his power to recruit formidable figures ****. If Jey is forced back into the family, it highlights the control Roman has over his kin ****. If Paul Heyman is replaced, it reveals Roman's ruthless, calculating side ****. If Solo Sikoa begins questioning his loyalty, it sets up a deeply personal battle of allegiance ***. Each of these twists would push the bloodline to new heights and raise questions about the future of WWE's most dominant family. With Crown Jewel on the horizon, WWE has the perfect stage to unveil these twists, leaving fans guessing what's next for the Inoue family and the ever-evolving legacy of the bloodline. The drama promises to be unforgettable as the family saga continues. If Roman feels that Jey's departure from the bloodline is a direct affront to his authority, he can aim to completely banish Jey from WWE. This exile plot would see Roman using his influence to try and force Jey out of WWE altogether. Roman, with his connections and power within WWE management, symbolically, if not literally, could demand that Jey be stripped of all titles or privileges, orchestrating a storyline where Jey has to fight tooth and nail just to keep his job. This would be an extreme move, but a fitting one for Roman's character, positioning him as an unforgiving tribal chief who will go to any lengths to crush rebellion. Such a storyline could see Jey fighting opponents of Roman's choosing in a series of career-threatening matches, with the final match at Crown Jewel deciding whether Jey stays in WWE or is banished. If Jey were to win, it could symbolize his complete emancipation from Roman's grip, allowing him to continue building his legacy on his terms. If he loses, WWE could craft a creative storyline to reintroduce him later, potentially as a new character or in a new persona altogether. One of the biggest what-ifs in WWE has been a potential clash between Roman Reigns and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. With the bloodline story being about family, honor, and the throne of the Samoan wrestling dynasty, it would make perfect sense for The Rock, an elder family member and global superstar, to step in as a moral check on Roman's tyranny. Imagine if The Rock appeared at Crown Jewel to confront Roman, warning him that he's overstepping his bounds as tribal chief. He could set up a future match, possibly at WrestleMania, where they battle for the symbolic title of head of the table. Such an encounter would add incredible star power and elevate the Bloodline saga to epic proportions. This twist would bring family values and tradition into the storyline, contrasting Roman's ruthlessness with The Rock's integrity and legacy. It would also give fans an unforgettable moment in WWE history, highlighting the tension between two megastars from the same family. Jimmy Uso has been on the sidelines in the Bloodline saga, but his allegiance has often seemed conflicted. While he's reluctantly aligned with Roman, there's a deep brotherly bond with G that could eventually lead Jimmy to turn on Roman. At Crown Jewel, Jimmy could finally have enough of Roman's manipulative ways and stage a dramatic betrayal, siding with G in a direct confrontation against Roman and Solo. This would set up a bloodline civil war, where the Uso brothers fight for their freedom from Roman's influence. A storyline could build on Jimmy's frustration with Roman's overreach and his loyalty to his twin. A Jimmy G alliance against Roman and Solo would add even more layers to the family feud, setting up multiple potential matches and alliances. The moment of betrayal, if timed right, could be one of the most shocking in recent WWE history, elevating the family drama to new heights. One of the most unexpected twists would be Solo Sikoa, eventually claiming the title of tribal chief for himself. Despite his quiet demeanor, Solo has displayed immense loyalty, strength, and resilience, showing that he could be a legitimate successor to Roman. Imagine if Roman begins seeing Solo's rise in popularity and strength as a threat to his throne. Roman could attempt to keep Solo under control through intimidation, but Solo, fed up with being just the muscle, could declare himself a legitimate contender for the tribal chief title. At Crown Jewel, this could manifest in Solo finally breaking free from Roman's shadow, staging a shocking confrontation or even launching an attack on Roman to assert his independence. The storyline could then evolve into a battle for leadership of the bloodline, with fans getting behind Solo as a new type of tribal chief, one who prioritizes family unity over domination. Such a twist would introduce a fresh dynamic to the Bloodline saga and set Solo up as a future main event star with the potential to carry on the Anoa'i legacy in his own way. To add a unique cultural dimension, WWE could introduce a tribal tribunal storyline, where elders of the Anoa'i family, perhaps represented by influential family members like Rikishi or even The Rock, intervene in the Bloodline saga. Roman's ruthless tactics could finally push his family to the point where they feel compelled to step in and judge his actions as tribal chief. This family tribunal could unfold as an emotionally charged segment at Crown Jewel, with family elders gathering in a traditional Samoan ceremony to confront Roman over his treatment of Jay, Jimmy, and Solo. The elders could challenge Roman's fitness to lead, setting up a series of matches or tests for him to prove his worth as tribal chief. This scenario would be unique for WWE, blending family traditions with wrestling drama and providing an authentic cultural layer to the storyline. If Roman fails these tests, it could lead to his dethronement as tribal chief, paving the way for a new leader and radically reshaping the bloodline. One final twist could see Roman reaching a breaking point, leading to a mask-off moment where he openly reveals his vulnerability and fears. After years of carrying the weight of being the tribal chief, the pressure might finally crack Roman's stoic exterior, revealing the toll it has taken on him. Such a storyline would humanize Roman, showing him as a complex character struggling with the responsibilities of leading his family and living up to his legacy. Imagine Roman confronting G and Jimmy, admitting that his oppressive rule stems from fear of losing his family's respect or failing to uphold their honor. This revelation could change the course of the Bloodline saga, sparking a new chapter where Roman isn't just the unflinching tribal chief, but a conflicted man forced to face his own shortcomings. The Bloodline could then focus on redemption and reconciliation, with Roman attempting to repair his relationships rather than rule with an iron fist. These additional twists would enrich the Bloodline saga, taking it from a family feud to a cultural epic. The possibilities are endless, with each twist offering a unique angle on loyalty, power, and family. WWE has the chance to create a story that resonates not just with wrestling fans, but with anyone who understands the complexities of family ties. At Crown Jewel 2024, WWE could take the Bloodline saga to new heights, cementing it as one of the greatest storylines in wrestling history. With themes of betrayal, loyalty, heritage, and redemption, the Anoa'i family legacy continues to evolve, promising fans an unforgettable storyline that keeps them coming back for more.